back. It is such a pleasure to welcome back Dr. Ivan Misner. He has just been such an inspiration for so many. He's New York Times bestselling author, Wall Street Journal bestselling books. His latest book, and I just think the title is brilliant, Who's in Your Room? Who's in Your Room? The Secret to Creating Your Best Life. And it's such a pleasure. Ivan, welcome back. You've got your PhD in organizational behavior. You've been interviewed all over the place on television and in magazines. And the question becomes, how do you say no without feeling like a jerk? And we are being all pushed and pulled at this time in our lives.
Right. And first of all, it's great to be back on your show. Thanks for inviting me back. I appreciate it. So there's a lot of ways that you can say no, and I think people, they really have a challenge with that in their life. I like saying yes. If I can, I love to say yes to people. But what I've learned as I've gotten a little more gray hair, a lot of gray hair, is that you have to set boundaries. Steve Jobs once said he was prouder of the things they said no to in products than the things that he said yes to. And I think there's some truth to that. So let me see if I can give you a couple of techniques on how to say no and not be a jerk. This is my favorite. I'm going to start with my favorite. If I said yes to that, I'm afraid I'd let you down.
Oh, that's
People
great.
don't know how to answer that. They're like, oh, how? What do you mean? So then give the reason. You don't have the bandwidth. You don't have the time. It's not something that you get excited about. Whatever it is. But if I said, I don't want to let you down, and so if I said yes to that, I'm afraid I'd let you down. It's a great technique. It's a mindset reset. Makes people stop. And then I would follow it up with a second technique that I talk about in Who's in Your Room. Refer them to someone more qualified. Now, it might be somebody who knows what it is that they're looking for, is better at it, has more time, is excited by that, whatever it is they want to do. And so you're not just saying no, you're giving them a solution. As a matter of fact, I'll even say, would you like me to introduce you to that person if they don't know the individual? And those two techniques work a lot, and they work very effectively.
So I love this, that you say, think of your room. Think of your life as a room.
Yeah.
Explain to us the concept of this new book, because it really is quite brilliant.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So imagine you live your entire life in one room, and that one room has only one door, and that one door is an enter-only door. So that when people come into your life or into your room, they're there forever. Oh. You can never get them out. Now, luckily, this is a metaphor. But if it were true, would you be more selective, Frankie, about the people that you let into your life?
Yeah, you think? Yeah.
That's what everybody says. And they say it very much like that. Oh, yeah, oh, my goodness. So here's the deal. We believe, my co-authors and I believe, it's more than a metaphor. And here's why. Frankie, I want you to think about, and if you're listening to this show, I want you to think about somebody that used to be in your life that created chaos in your life.
Yes.
They were toxic or whatever.
Absolutely.
They just you got that? Now, you don't have to name them on live.
I don't know. No. I have them, yeah.
All right. So here's the deal. If they're still in your head, they're still in your life.
Okay.
Because the decisions you make for the rest of your life will be based on experiences that you've had in your past. So they may be out of your head, but they're still in your room. You can never get them out. You can put them to the back. You can stick them in a box and put them on a shelf real high above, but they're still in your head. They're never out completely. We interviewed Dr. Daniel Amen, the neuroscientist, for this book. Yeah. And he said, look, when your experiences with other people, their fingerprints are all over your brain. You'll remember that stuff for the rest of your life, and you'll be dealing with it for the rest of your life.
So there's no way out?
Well, the people that are there are there. There are ways that you can deal with them. And so that's what the book is about, is how do you, first of all, how do you screen? How do you make better choices in the future? And then how do you deal with the people that you maybe made a bad choice or you had no choice, like family members? How do you deal with them?